McAfee. The antivirus software you've all heard of, and maybe even yelled at some point. From a scrappy startup in the 80s to a household name that came pre-installed on new computers, whether we wanted it or not, the company has had quite the journey, but it's not all smooth sailing in the world of cybersecurity. Today we're unpacking the chaotic, head-scratching disaster that was the DAT 5958 outage of 2010. Imagine your computer being stuck in a reboot loop, the famous blue screen of death haunting you, and millions of IT professionals questioning their life choices. So grab your popcorn and your antivirus, preferably one that won't crash your system, and let's dive into the tale of tech drama, corporate chaos, and questionable updates. In 1987, John McAfee founded McAfee Associates to fend off computer nasties with antivirus software. Think of it as the digital superhero of the 80s, capes and all. By 1983, John McAfee decided he'd rather play with gadgets and corporate spreadsheets, so he gave up the CEO title and became the Chief Technology Officer. Fast forward a year to 1994, and John handed in his badge entirely, leaving his name forever attached to the company like a digital ghost haunting every update. In 2013, John McAfee popped back up like a software update nobody asked for with a cheeky YouTube video on how to uninstall McAfee antivirus, a tutorial for those of us who've ever been cursed by bloatware on a shiny new Windows PC. Over the years, the company has been passed around among investment groups like a hot potato. Now let's fast forward to the meat and potatoes of this series, the incident. Our story today has some uncanny similarities to the CrowdStrike outage of 2024. Plot twist, the CEO of CrowdStrike during the 2024 fiasco, George Kurtz, was the CTO at McAfee during the infamous DAT 5958 outage. Kurtz jumped ship and co-founded CrowdStrike with this guy, whose name I won't even try to pronounce, who was the VP of Threat Research at McAfee. On April 21, 2010, around 1400 UTC, Windows XP Service Pack 3 users around the world collectively groaned as a global outage hit. Machines were dropping like flies thanks to a glitchy update that misidentified the essential SVC host.exe process as a threat. Imagine accusing your own heart of being the bad guy. Windows Vista, bless its heart, seems to have been largely ignored in this chaos. Perhaps the only time being unpopular was a good thing, as I was unable to find anyone complain about any issues surrounding this. And while Windows 7 had just made its debut just a few months prior, corporate customers were likely still clinging to their beloved Windows XP like a security blanket, since we didn't hear any complaints about 7 from this fiasco. Users using Windows XP Service Pack 1 and Service Pack 2 were experiencing the same burn as Service Pack 3. I couldn't find anything on any OSs older than Windows XP being affected by this. On the other side of the valley, Steve Jobs and Linus Torvalds lost no sleep over this incident since the faulty update was picking on Windows-specific processes. So Macintosh and Linux escaped this chaos without issue. The faulty update denied Windows access to SVC host.exe, which caused network loss, reboot loops, and that soul-crushing blue screen of death. Picture trying to get work done while your computer throws a digital tantrum. Corporate customers were hit hardest, and McAfee admitted that about 0.5% of its corporate clientele felt the burn. One of the solutions was like trying to fix a flat tire with a band-aid by copying SVC host.exe from a working system to an affected one. Thankfully, McAfee rolled out DAT 5959 and a magical tool called Super DAT the next day to patch up the chaos. Users had to jump through hoops, booting from portable devices, as well as running tools in safe mode to fix this. I couldn't find any class action lawsuits against McAfee for this blunder. It seems the backlash did make them lose some customers, though they never release exact numbers, and who could blame them? By 2011, Intel swooped in and acquired McAfee for $7.7 billion with a B US dollars, a sale we think was encouraged by the outage debacle. George Kurtz, this guy, and Greg Marston went on to found CrowdStrike, making McAfee's loss their gain. You'll get this reference in a new video coming soon. But that's all for today's digital drama. Let me know your thoughts on this video and the incident overall. Do you think McAfee could have handled it better? Any juicy details I missed? Share your thoughts in the comments. Stay informed, stay secure, and we'll see you next time for more cyber shenanigans.